G'day, this is Captainoob, but this is a Vampire's Prime 50 cal machine gun. So this is the first Prime 50 cal machine gun I've ever tested out, and also the first time we've seen the Vampire's effect, which as you can tell, gives you a little bit of health regeneration when hitting an enemy. I'd imagine this effect is actually very, very good on high rate of fire weapons. This thing does have a good rate of fire, but there's a minigun for really testing out the Vampire's effect, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So, with all of our perks not equipped, this thing is doing 60 damage, obviously being enhanced by the Prime Receiver and the Heavy Barrel. We'll take a look at those later, but let's get ourselves outfitted with some perks. I'll go over everything, so chucking on Bullet Shield because I'm going to have 1 point remaining when I chuck on all of my Heavy Gunner perk, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got Lock and Load there too, just for faster reloading, because it's a belt fed, it takes a little bit more to reload than usual, and obviously 3 Master Heavy Gunners, or 3 Heavy Gunners on there, and I've just chucked on Glow Sight and Refractor because Grenadier, which I usually have in here, isn't going to help me, so I've just chucked in those. Probably I'd like to go with 2 in Glow Sight just to fill up those points. Refractor is pretty fucking useless, to be honest. And going over to Intelligence, obviously we're going to want Stabilized on this for better accuracy and also armor penetration. And in luck, I've just spent a couple of level ups on our 1-gun army, so we get a little bit of chance to stagger, and a little bit chance to cripple limbs. 12% is not a bad ability to... 12% is not a bad chance because we've got a good rate of fire to back that up. And with all of those, we get ourselves a nice 96 damage, almost 100. It'll be over 100 once we get Adrenaline running. So getting into the attachments, obviously the Prime Receiver is going to give us bonus damage against the Scorched and Scorchbeast, as well as more damage in general. I think it's like 25%. And for some reason, there's no constructible object for the standard receiver, so once you go Prime, you can't go back, which is fucking stupid. And going over to the barrels, we get a little bit more damage with the Heavy Barrel, which is good. And of course, it'll make the barrel a little bit more, or the weapon a little bit more heavy, because it's namesake. But yep, good for getting extra damage. Alrighty, so here we are outside of West Tech, and just a quick look at my mutations or buffs. Got Adrenal Reaction, which will probably not be as useful to us since this is like a Moxie weapon from Borderlands. It does give you more damage at lower health, but I don't know if that'll work all that much. So we'll start off just by killing this Super Mutant. May look like we're wasting ammo now, but once we get Adrenaline running, after I kill this turret, maybe that should have gone first, we can actually stack quite a lot of damage on. And the fact that Super Mutants like to just sort of stand still whilst being shot means that we can actually get headshots pretty reliably, even though there's no sights to line up from. There are hit markers every time we hit to sort of center our aim around though. But once we get this thing running, it's not actually that bad. There's no damage taken from us so far. I'm just going to pop a rat away for a second so you can actually see that work. Look at that. Basically almost healed off already, although that was only a small bit of health that I actually lost. And then reloading, that's a lock and load perk, making me reload faster. Someone was asking me why I was reloading my light machine gun so fast, and that is the perk. That is why I equipped that perk. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. People just need to watch. Anyways, let's go ahead and go around to the back side of these guys. Hopefully we haven't lost our adrenaline yet. Not even going to waste time on checking. I'll just start shooting again. That one's got a minigun. That means he's going to drop us some nice 5mm ammo. Like I need much more of that. But yeah, not doing too bad with Moxie's old weapon here. Now interestingly, I had a weapon effect like this back in my legendary effects mod. It was something like it heals rads and also damage or health when you shoot something, which is pretty cool. Maybe they liked that idea, maybe they just made it to make more legendaries, but for what it's worth, it's working really well on a light machine gun indeed. We've got the damage to back it up as well. Feels like we're wasting these bullets not using it on a 2-shot explosive, but yeah, this thing is doing quite fine. The Prime Receiver definitely helps. Okay, so now we're inside, and unlike normal, we don't have to worry about being far away enough from these Super Mutants. Did he just put on a propane tank? I think he just did. That was bizarre. But yeah, we don't have to worry about being away from these guys. We can run up point blank as much as we want. That'll be easier for getting those guaranteed hits on their faces. So with a loud and proud weapon like this, we might be able to just get away with shooting them like us anyway. Now, if you want to keep a look at the health bar here, as it sort of goes up as I shoot these guys. That's something you could probably have a look at just for something, because I am killing these super mutants pretty easily. It's kind of hard to tell how much you're healing, so maybe if I got myself super irradiated in that first clip so you can actually see how that works. But as you can tell, we're shooting these guys enough to warrant us basically healing off whatever damage they can give to us, which is pretty good. This weapon is great for survivability purposes, just like Moxie weapons back in Borderlands 2. You can just basically shoot off and you don't even need to use stim packs anymore. So this is a great way of just saving up stim packs. So if you're in need for caps, you can just watch you regenerate for a second, and then we'll shoot you. There we go, you had an assassin's pipe wrench. If that ain't no swing speed up, then I'm not even going to bother with that. But yes, if you really are hurting on stim packs, if you've got a vampire's weapon, that's a definite good way to get you not healing or not need to heal with stim packs, which is pretty useful. There's usually 2 in there, maybe the other one ran down, but we'll quickly kill this guy who was shooting at us before. Where'd he go? I don't know. There you are. Trying to outstay my adrenaline. They're probably just trying to make sure they don't die as quickly, because when I lose my adrenaline, I'm not killing these guys nearly as easy as I am now. And we'll quickly reload. Only got 3 bullets left. Luckily, we've got extra reload speed, so it wasn't too painful. And whatever damage they did to us whilst we're healing, we can just, or whilst we're reloading, we can just heal that off there. There's a robot in there. I don't know why. Alright, on to the next wing. That was weird. They started shooting me even though I was outside of the thing, and I can't aim down sights. There we go. It's interesting how they don't give sights for this one. The minigun has sights, the Gatling laser has sights, this one doesn't. This is one of those weapons that doesn't have a lot of customization, and I don't know why. They just didn't go too hard on the customization. I guess they were too busy making the giant world to figure out what weapon combinations they could make. Or maybe they did it for balancing reasons. Could you imagine like a hardened receiver on this? That'd actually be kind of good though. Then you could get tweaked receiver, even though you probably don't want to use this thing in VATS anyway to boost it off crit damage. That's why I've just gone for heavy gunner perks like the staggering and the crippling run, rather than just getting this thing outfitted with perks that would help me out in VATS, because as you can tell, you don't need to use this thing in VATS to do very well at all. Just a couple left at this point, and that might be clear. Or not. There's a couple more to go. Well, can't find them, so I guess they did die. Alrighty, time to fight a bunch of ghouls. Standard procedure here, just killing all the cars, waking them all up, so we can get them all nice and choke pointed through here. Dead bodies disappear. New bodies up here, and now we can get started on killing some of these ghouls. And we are indeed luring them all to the choke point, which should be a fun little thing to see how this thing chews through all the ghouls. Now in terms of realism, I feel like I should be one-shotting these ghouls, because 50 fucking caliber rounds, they're so good, they're so big. I should be just ripping these guys apart, but for game balance purposes, I think they made this somewhere between an assault rifle and a minigun in terms of its actual role as a heavy weapon. So unfortunately, we're stuck with subpar damage that you'd think a light machine gun of the 50 cal variety would be. But I guess we're shooting rubber bullets because this thing hasn't got any recoil. You can run around with this thing without power armor just fine, which is kind of odd, but that actually might be clear. There's a deer in here for some reason, but just the manager, of course, is you. Just sitting there doing fuck all. Alright, one last sweep around here. I'm pretty sure I got them all. I'd imagine the person that was half aggroed to me was this Radstag, because his bitch just got killed, but now he's dead too. Perhaps they can join each other in the afterlife or something. And I don't even think we took a scratch from that, and if we did, the radiation damage was not enough to show on this little whatever that thing is. So yeah, we'll move on to some monsters. Okay, I really want to show off the regenerating effects of this, so we'll go easy against one today. We'll just wake him up. Yes, you're a big scary mutant. Just get your stick and hit me, please. There we go. Maybe a bit more. You can do better than that. Come on. Fight like you mean it, Swan. Really give it to me. He still does that stomp. Does he throw rocks? I'm pretty sure he throws rocks. Alright, we're at 50% health. Let's just light him up now and see how this health regeneration works for us. And just like that, we're basically all the way up to full health again. So yeah, the regen powers on a vampiric weapon or vampire's weapon with a rate of fire such as this is pretty high. Now if you think about what that's like on a minigun, oh boy. Alright, we'll move on to the crabs. Shouldn't have any problem killing these guys. We'll just quickly stack up what damage we can. Have a look at this thing with full adrenaline damage, because I don't think I've looked at just a regular damage prime receiver thing with full adrenaline and all of the perks that would be necessary to increase its damage. I'm counting 5 at this point. There's a crabby dude over there. Oh, it's a froggy dude. Goodbye, Mr. Ribbit. And, of course, a glowing Mirelurk down there. That should be 60% at this point. Yes, it is. Queenie shows up. 144 damage. Not too bad at all. She might attack us. She might not. She's going to get us a little bit acidy. We can outdo her damage over time with the vampire's effect on this gun. Oh, she was diseased too. She gave me the blight. The bitch. Okay, so, yep, you've just seen it. That's the point where the Scorchbeast just appears. He doesn't even bother crawling out of his fissure site in the ground. He just goes for whatever he wants. And there we go. We've finally got some of that weapon repairing from that. You gonna scream at me at all? No, you're not. I'm just gonna shoot you until you die. Well, I guess that worked out pretty well. Oh, there's some gun zombies and a fat-ass ghoul around. Is he getting revenge for his friends back in the White Springs Golf Club? Probably. Yeah, you keep staggering with that axe. See how well that goes. It looks like level 65 Scorchbeast is harassing a level 95 player. Man, that person needs to up his game. But regardless, we'll get stuck into him. And look at that accuracy. That is accuracy that is really fucking good. I'm used to lots of two-shot weapons though, so maybe my assumptions are a little bit out of place. But as he does his crop duster attack, he comes in. Alright, you're going to be able to handle the rest? What's he using? Let me see. That's a handmade rifle. Basic ass suppressor. I mean, not suppressor, stock. And yeah, okay. So it's not even suppressed either. You having fun? You having fun, mate? He's doing stim packs. Okay, I should probably help him out at this point. Thank you. I'm your friendly neighborhood noob man guy. And there's a bunch of gun zombies over there, but honestly, I don't give a shit. I mean, you're probably keen to see some PvP for this, eh? Alright, where are you, mate? That's how you do it. Seeking revenge, are we? Well, that's okay. I've got basically nothing to lose. Eat shit. Yeah, not so good without your explosives, are you, mate? Oh, yeah. Okay, one last Scorchbeast fight. God damn it, level 65 again. Come on, game. Give me some more badass enemies to fight instead of this nonsense. At least this one's going to be screaming at me this time, right? I'm gonna crouch and hip fire this thing because it's so good, so accurate. Stabilizes that good. Oh no, I'm being shot at. I'm just gonna shoot you a few times and then heal off all the damage you just did. How's that feel, Scorchbeast? How does it feel to know your attacks are impotent and bad? Okay, he's feeling like he wants to stay over there. Well, that's okay. I can move up on you if I feel like it. Or you could just fly around. Wow, what is wrong with the Scorchbeast AI today? It's weird. This is like a very weird behavior from Scorchbeasts right there. Can we finish this off with a bit of that? Yes, we can. There we go. So, there you have it. That was the Vampire's 50 cal machine gun. And I fell into the water. That's not very good. But yeah, a really pretty damn good weapon. I guess it's more of an examination of the base damage of a heavy-barreled prime receiver 50 cal machine gun with just the Vampire's bit on top to give you a little bit more survivability. Not a little bit, a lot more survivability. But regardless, if you've got your heavy guns build spec'd properly, you can really tear up things with this, which is pretty great. So if you'd like to see this thing in your game, let me know, because I'm giving this particular weapon away. You can probably find it whilst farming ghouls. Honestly, it's only a 1-star weapon, so you got a good chance of finding it. What the fuck? Okay. Looks like we've found out what happened to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He turned into a scorched person and put him out of his scorched misery. But he was a rock in death as he was in life, so that's good. Yeah. So yeah, let me know. The starting bid is 3 non-legendary Gatling lasers. I want to break them down for parts, you see. Or you could probably go caps if you want, I don't really care. Thank you for watching, guys.